It's not even canon. That fucking movie where Deku and Bakugo are fighting that one guy.
Oh,
Isn't it all for
when
one?
He like he slow
No, it's not
motion
all for one.
punches.
Yeah, they
That
did
blue
manga.
guy?
They did manga panels, and they both had all for. They both had one for all.
Do you remember? Yeah, it was. Isn't it like
That was
canonic
like-
now? Apparently,
It's technically canon, but it's like not like in the real story. It's weird.
that is really weird. And with
Canon
that,
only.
with that,
It's sick as fuck.
hello everybody, welcome to the Wano Bros
Sick as-
Podcast, episode 13,
Uh,
12, 13. We're somewhere around there, right?
in the double digits. at
We are
least.
definitely in the double digits. We're around 12, 11, 12, 13. That's the range I'm going with. And, what do we got going on today, boys? I know I personally have not had a big anime week. Just
I have.
on a personal level. There hasn't been much One Piece coming out. I haven't really been watching much else, to be completely honest. Black Clover's slowing down and everything, so it's really hard for me to catch up. But I do like Boruto. Boruto, the Two Blue Vortex, pretty hype. Pretty hype so far. What do you
You
guys?
say it's better than Next Generations, I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, it's after like 3 chapters. It's already better than Next Generations. Yes, I see your face. Yes, definitely.
You seem to forget the 60 actual episodes of Boruto are very good.
Yeah, but
60 actual episodes, not the 180.
see, but like
60.
Boruto,
And if we're going- but-
Boruto
but
flying
if we're-
Raijin. Anything else the show had to offer before that?
Yeah, but you still have you're forgetting key moments. Like you're throwing away like that whole show for like 3 chapters of mid fake Akatsuki members.
What?
You didn't see that last chapter, bro?
No, I did see it, and you know what? It is.
Super weak character designs. I'm sorry.
But you have to understand. I don't think those are gonna be the main villains either. I know.
understand that, but the thing that Kishimoto that people loved about Kishimoto was that any character he would do, whether it was 1 second of background, they would have so much emphasis.
Mm.
Dude, look at the 6 paths of pain. Like, some of them didn't even get like time to shine. They look sick. That's the point of them. Like, who are these dudes? Like, yo, what is that? I'm sorry, but like, you're like excluding all these points, like Sasuke and Naruto versus Momoshiki, Sasuke and Naruto versus Ishiki, Boruto. Yeah, even the first Boruto like little tuning exam things where he's like before Momoshiki comes, that was fire. Like, you can't even lie. Like, he
Yeah.
had some cool moments.
Yeah, it did have some cool moments, but it also had a moment where I personally didn't like was like when Boruto was using that like mechanical like arm, the
Yeah, didn't he
shit that
cheat?
helped him with the jutsu. Yeah, I didn't like that aspect because Boruto was already a prodigy already on top of what he was using. So the fact that he posed an already unfair advantage is kind of crazy to me.
So for Boruto Twin Vortex,
Two
someone can't just like, what is it called?
two blue vortex.
Two Blue Vortex. Someone can't just pick that up. They would have to read Next Generations first, right? Or is it a whole
Yeah.
different series? With a
Yeah,
whole
you have to read
different plot
Generations
line?
first.
You have to read generations.
You would.
I saw it on Shonen Jump and I was like, I don't think I can just jump into it because I'll probably be confused. But I don't know if it's like a separate side story, whole different plot line,
No,
etc.
I mean, not really. It's connected.
I guess it's just because when I see like time skips, I usually don't see shows
It's
changing
connected.
like whole names of like the manga or the series. I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely connected.
Okay.
But I want you to announce your big reveal, Austin. What has happened?
Finally, all caught up on the One Piece. Not manga wise, but anime wise. So 1,084 episodes done in about 5 months.
Yeah! All
Round
right.
of applause.
Welcome to Wano.
Baby made
He
that
already
ass
left it.
clap.
Well, he's already leaving Wano, so technically.
That's why I said welcome to Wano. He's already leaving.
Yeah, right. But no, you got those last episodes of Wano down pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, some of the episodes I 2x speeded, but
Yeah, he 2 times
That's
speed
fine.
almost everything. You 2 times speed the entire series.
no.
Well,
For
well,
the
big
fights
brain.
in Wano, I actually 1x speed it, and I didn't really. I
I
didn't.
probably felt like
it's-
slow motion of this guy.
No, actually, the Kaido and Luffy Gear 5 fight, I do have a little bit of, I guess, like complaints of it. I wouldn't say it's like a 10 out of 10 fight. I did feel like sometimes the
Yeah,
camera
that-
motion was like a little bit confusing, and you're like, whoa, like what's going on? Like it's moving super fast all of a sudden. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if that was
mean,
just me.
my big complaint about Gear 5 was that last punch just took so fucking long. I think the
Yeah.
camera movement is cool because it makes you break down the show in less than one times. Like, I rewatched that whole Kaido fight in like I think 0.25 speed to see all the impact frames, all the camera angle motions, and in one time speed it's hard to catch up, and I can understand how that could be annoying. But if you watch it like in 0.5 speed, you're like, damn, like the animators really did something with this.
The one instance that really stuck out to me with the camera movement was when Kaido shoots a blast breath at him, and then he holds up that big piece of earth, and he like
What's that
reflects it
shit up?
back at him. But like when he's reflecting it, like the camera's almost like 360 around him, like it's like on a selfie stick or something, like twirling
Yeah.
around him, and you're like, whoa, I'm like fucking dizzy. And then
Well,
also, I think Gear 5 Luffy and Kaido kind of falls to me to what I think is a big problem with One Piece fights and how they kind of structure them, where you have a big fight like Gear 5 Luffy and Kaido, and there's constantly like side stories we're going into, like Hiyori and Orochi. Like, I don't care about that right now. Like, just show me the Kaido
Let me
and Gear
interject
5
real quick.
Luffy
Let
fight.
me interject real quick. I believe that could be chalked up to preference because you've talked on multiple occasions that you don't like backstories or anything like that. And on a private conversation between me and you talked about how it's probably a personal preference how you only don't like those aspects of the story just because they're backstories. So I'm not gonna say it's an unfair take, but it's definitely preference based.
Wait,
I just per-
let me interject as well because I kind of understand Austin because I did kind of feel like in the manga at least, neither
me.
the Kaido fight nor the Hiyori and the background scenes were as long as they
Where
like as that they no,
yeah,
no I'm saying like
no,
they
100%.
were too long in the anime.
Yeah,
But that's also
100%.
because Toei has a running show count. Like they have to pad it to a certain like amount of time. Like they already padded the hell out of Luffy and Kaido fighting. So like making Hiyori like seeing Orochi and then coming with Denjiro just took like so fucking long because they just needed to pad that time along with the Kaido and Luffy fight.
They also
But
padded.
I can completely agree with you. Like it was just annoying as hell. Like Luffy just got Gear 5, he's punching the hell out of Kaido, and you just see Hiyori playing the goddamn ukulele. Like I wasn't rocking with it.
yeah, and I feel like it just takes away because like it's the build up, right? Like you're built up to Gear 5, then he finally gets Gear 5, which I think the greatest part of the entire show, one of the top 5 for me, is the drum scene and then Zunisha's like Joy Boy. I mean, that shit
That's
had
a
me
top
hyped.
5 for me too.
Yeah.
That's a top 5 for me too. Yeah.
I was like out of my chair, like let's fucking go. The drums are playing and shit. And then you just like you get into the fight, and it's like 5 minutes of fighting, and then we're into the Hiyori and Orochi fight where they're sitting there. He's like under rubble,
For
and
5
then like the
minutes.
Sea Stone Prism nail
Yeah.
comes out,
See,
and you're like, dude,
that's
get
what I
back to the
think.
Luffy and Kaido fight, you know?
That's what I think they should have padded, and what I think they should have done off screen. The Hiyori and Orochi fight. Maybe it shouldn't have been as long. Maybe you have that small little interaction of words between Hiyori and Orochi. But I also understand Toei's perspective. They do have to fit it within a certain time frame, and they're also being true to the manga. So I'm not really complaining about that as much. But I also agree with you on the fact like they were padding a lot. And one of the things that I was upset with during the anime was the fact that they were padding. I felt like they padded a lot of Kaido's backstory. I felt like in the manga it was actually a lot longer than it was in the anime.
Padding means you that you make stuff longer than it actually is.
Okay, then whatever the opposite of padding is.
So like I think it's padded the Hiyori scene. I wanted the hell off my screen, but they could have done it better. And I think because in the manga, there was a clear indication that okay, this is the Luffy fight. We're gonna cut to Hiyori for depth on Wano. Like this is all or else. Like this is Orochi, the Emperor of Wano, and then this is Hiyori, the daughter of Odin, the person who failed to liberate Wano. And then you have Kaido and Luffy, the people who will dictate what Wano becomes during this fight. And I think in the manga, there's a clear standpoint. Like we're flashing back to this, not flashing back, but we're cutting to this scene to show you the people that aren't fighting and the depth in which what they're fighting for. Like when the Sea Stone comes out, when
100%,
Denjiro cuts
yeah.
Orochi's head off. But in the anime, they just couldn't capture that because people's like hearts were just too focused on Gear 5.
Yeah.
I was, you was, Austin was, definitely was, because Gear 5 is just the pinnacle of One Piece. So it's like we circulated.
We're not
all that
focused
hype.
on the fake ruler of Wano.
We circulated all that hype towards one thing.
Yeah.
And we probably just didn't realize the depth that was there. But they could have honestly made the scene a little more tear jerking because the last scene in the last episode of Wano, where Denjiro cuts Orochi's head off, that was great. I think that they did that very well. where they were showing the upbringing of Hiyori and the upbringing of Orochi in power, and then Denjiro cuts his head off, and then Luffy finishes the punch. That was great. That was really good. But that first Gear 5 episode was just like unbearable for me. I was pissed when I saw
Yeah.
Hiyori for like fucking like 7 minutes.
You know what I feel like? You know what I feel like would have made it better. I don't know if Austin would feel the same way because yet would be going back into a different backstory. But I felt like what would have made it a little more emotional and would have made it a little more better was that if we had a flashback between Odin's father and Orochi, and Odin's father giving him that position while on his deathbed. And I felt like him, like you have a moment of Odin's father kind of telling Orochi for the first time, somebody telling him, you are capable to run this country by yourself, or do it, go do it.
Am I following correctly?
I believe so. Am I wrong? Am I completely?
Odin's father is not dead.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, he faked his death, but that's what I'm saying.
But he didn't give Orochi power like that.
He didn't? I thought it was literally, that's how it was interrupted. He passed it down to Orochi directly. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but I don't think he was on his like deathbed or anything.
Yeah, I thought Orochi
Then
just
what?
came into power as working with Kaido to get Odin after when Odin came back.
So did Odin's father just run away because it said he was killed, no?
He faked his death. I know he faked his death, but he wasn't talking to Orochi like, you can run this shit. Was he?
I don't know. I don't
Because
know.
when Odin
I might be
dipped
wrong. I might be
and he
wrong.
came back, he just found that shit in power, and Orochi's dad wasn't faking his death yet. Orochi's dad faked his death when he was in like that deserted like curry village.
Odin's dad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Odin's dad like pretty much faked his death when he was like, yeah, we get the flashback when he was in that deserted area and was like, yeah, I can't keep going any longer.
Yeah.
And then bro pretty much faked his death and was like, he created like shrine dolls and crap like that.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
kept them locked in a cage.
alright, then that kind of punches a hole in that one.
But I don't remember that. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
I don't think so. It doesn't sound like something that would happen, but possibly because maybe he thought, like, I don't know, maybe he thought Odin was too immature to run Wano. So
I thought that was it. I thought
yeah,
because Orochi was obviously like beside Odin's father for a long time.
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying,
government,
yeah.
And I thought Odin's dad kind of made a decision of, okay, my son is back, but I don't feel like he is at a level that he can run the country yet.
Yeah.
So I leave it in your hands until he is ready, and then you'll pass it down. But then Orochi's in the back of his head, he already had like Kaido and stuff. So he
Yeah,
just
the plan,
kind of like took over the country, and then that's what caused the fight because Odin became a comparable leader for the nation. So he wanted that power and to become the shogun of Wano, and then that's what led to the fight, I think, between
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Odin
don't
and
think
Kaido.
that. Was he on his deathbed? Was he faking his death already?
He was faking his death already. I believe so.
Maybe.
I remember like a scene, and it didn't like heavily focus on Orochi, but it was definitely like somebody on their deathbed and then somebody saying something along the lines of like what Odin's father would have been referred to, I guess. Like, oh, king or ruler of Wano or shogun.
I don't remember if this is
Something
right
like that.
correctly.
I don't think it's
Did
probably happened.
feel like there was a sort of thing with Odin's father that he kind of wanted to repay or give Orochi a spot because of the hurt that Orochi's like bloodline has been
Yeah, the
through.
clan between the
Yeah.
Kozuki and the Orochi bloodlines.
Okay,
And
so
money
then that
together.
could have been the fruition, I guess.
But another thing I realized with like the backstories and stuff and the repeating stuff, because that was a big complaint of mine. Is like I felt like they overdid Odin's backstory, like they kept bringing him up and stuff, which annoyed me. But like once I actually thought about it, a thing I realized is like I'm watching it all in like one big setting. But the show is probably like when I get to those episodes that repeat backstories of Odin and stuff, it's probably happened between like 2 or 3 months from each other. So it's totally different from like just like they just keep doing the same thing over and over again when like actually if you watched it weekly, you're not just getting bombarded by like backstories and
Yeah,
stuff. But
I
when you
feel
watch
like-
it in like one big setting, you get like overwhelmed by all the information because like they're recapping stuff that someone who watched it weekly would have seen like 2 to 3 months ago, but I'm seeing it like 2 to 3 days ago.
That's true.
So.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't like Zoan fights at all. I'm not a big fan of
They're
Zoan
annoying.
fights.
It's just headbutting for the fucking most part.
yeah.
It's just who can punch harder, and I feel like
Like
Devil
Jack
Fruit-
versus the Sulongs.
Yeah.
That was really annoying. I hated
Like the
every
one-time,
aspect
bro.
of Jack. I hated every aspect of Jack. I don't understand why he was so powerful, and then why Dog Storming.
Well,
That-
Jack is stronger than Katakuri, technically.
That's
That's
crazy.
ridiculous.
That's crazy. You
When he
wouldn't
referred
think
to the
that.
when he referred to the Yonko's commanders, he was like, they're animals themselves. And bro, it was Fujitora's dog. Imagine, like...
That's crazy.
Nah, but Doflamingo was definitely gonna become, like, stronger than...
He's definitely
Emperor
gonna join
Commanders.
Cross Guild. I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
Cross Guild is just collecting all these OG
Crocomom's gonna
admirals.
save him.
They're
Crocomom.
getting the Infinity Gauntlet of fucked up people in One Piece.
So
The-
I got a theory.
Okay.
So this is gonna contain manga spoilers. We finally heard like Rocks like speak. Right?
Wait, when?
In the last chapter. Remember when Roger was going after him and he was like it was one of the last chapters. It was like during God Valley and
Oh.
it was Roger was like, "Wait up, Rocks," and he was like something, "Leave me alone, Roger," or something along those lines. I don't.
Yeah, it did sound very friendly of them.
It sounded very friendly, which is going to take a really weird turn here. Follow me. Rocks is the ace to
Luffy, yeah.
Luffy's
Yeah.
Roger. So they aren't brothers by blood, but they're brothers by sake.
Like a rivalry almost.
Yeah, like
No,
the
think
technically,
of-
like the D clan that they always attract each other,
Yeah,
and like that they probably grew up together, similar to how Ace and Luffy grew up with a
Yes.
similar upbringing.
exactly.
Now,
Because-
is
And
Sabo
if you-
and the third person, the Sabo, was none other
Harp.
Gar. You smart man.
No, because if you look at it in the way the communication works in One Piece, when characters really don't like each other, like they don't speak like that. Like Luffy's not like, "Yo, wait up to Kaido." Like, he'll say Sabo, Ace, all the Straw Hats, but the way that I guess One Piece, there's no communication like that's friendliness towards like the villains at least. Like you don't hear like Luffy being like, "Yo, Mingo, wait up." No,
No.
it just doesn't work like that.
maybe like Katakuri.
Maybe Naruto, but nah, not even Katakuri.
Well, at the end of the fight, how he kind of takes
Well,
that
that's after
moment
the
to
fight, though.
cover
That's
his
after.
mouth, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, I'm talking about communication though.
But that's all. No, that's all about respect.
Yeah, that's also respect.
Like because Luffy has expressed on multiple occasions, like regardless of anything, he still has respect for like the fighters that fight against him. That's just like one of
Except
his
for Kaido.
yeah, except for
Kaido.
Kaido, he was quite literally enslaving people.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Big Mom, fuck
Oh,
her too.
Doflamingo. You forgot that he had the toy business.
Toys?
I don't know. Does he really respect Doflamingo?
No, he doesn't.
it does
I
not.
was gonna say it can't just be.
Let's
Kaido.
exclude everybody but warlords here. Maybe.
No, 'cause I think there's a more
Hancock.
respect for
Oh,
Crocodile.
Hancock, yeah.
Even though Crocodile never really killed anybody.
And even like Mihawk, he has respect for. I think because
Well, he wouldn't dare to beef with bro. Like he came to the
Yeah.
broad and was like,
Bro destroyed a ship with one swing. Bro was not messing with that.
and then he pulled
"Or
out
should
the
a
butter
meteor with
knife.
one string." Yeah, you don't hunt rabbits with hand cannons.
It really makes me think of so many possibilities One Piece can just link with
Do you-
lineage.
Let me give you a shot. Do you think Luffy is stronger than Mihawk right now? 'Cause for me, I think I don't think he is.
Really?
I don't think he's stronger than Kaido either. I don't. You gotta
Do you-
remember that Kaido was lifting up a whole island, fought all the Skybirds, fought every single samurai that Luffy threw at him, was legitimately intoxicated for all of their fight, was already fighting for the past 3 days, had to deal with the death of fucking Big Mom. Like, I don't think that Kaido was hindered that whole fight.
No,
Mm.
you're telling me that the Akaiza 9 really did that much damage?
The Kaizen 9 didn't do
Kaido.
shit,
Like
realistically.
I could see Zoro, maybe because he slashed
Dude,
him.
You forget
But at
that
the same time-
Zoro slashed him, Law was fighting him, Kid was fighting him at one point. Big Mom
Yeah,
was a
but it was
support
like a
character.
total of like 5 minutes.
I think Luffy is like right in front of Big Mom and Kaido's right in front of him. Because let's be honest, plot armor saved Luffy 3 times.
Yeah, but at the same time, plot armor has been Kaido for the past, I don't know,
Okay,
4 years.
Do you think Kizaru's stronger than Kaido?
Hmm.
No, right? So why did Kizaru push?
No,
Luffy that hard?
I'm not saying no. I'm not
okay.
saying no.
I'm gonna give you like relativity and it's gonna be like, well, okay, this is gonna make you like jog your brain a bit. Watch.
Okay, hit me.
All the admirals are relative, correct?
Yes.
They all have to be
Except
relative.
for Akainu, yes.
Okay, yes, Akaido's definitely the strongest.
Yeah.
But Green Bull, Fujitora, Kizaru, Aokiji,
Yes,
kind of
yes.
in the same ballpark. We saw
Yes.
with Garp. We did.
Yes.
Okay.
100%. You got it.
Green Bull, one-shotted by Shanks Wi-Fi hockey. Yes or no?
100%.
Would you put Shanks above Kaido?
Yes.
Would Kaido get one-shotted by Shanks?
No.
Would Kizaru one-shot Kaido?
Would Kizaru one-shot Kaido? No.
Would Kizaru almost become unconscious, and would Luffy become unconscious after they fight?
Yes.
I feel like Kizaru would.
So what
probably
makes you
die.
think? What makes you think that Luffy would be a completely healthy Kaido? Doing relativity?
Because with the way that Luffy is fighting now, with his, I guess, moral definition of freedom, is, I don't know. There's just a little more. There's a little more to it. I get what you're saying. I get it. But Luffy has unlocked this new unprecedented power that can literally indent Kaido's face in the back of his head and fling a 500-pound dragon
But
across an island.
Is Mihawk beating Kaido?
Is Mihawk beating Kaido?
Yes.
That's a conversation to be had.
Do you think Mihawk is beating Kaido? If he's the strongest swordsman in the world, and Zoro
Yeah.
could already cut him like just by using one fake Conqueror's attack, do you think Mihawk's beating Kaido?
There's a conversation to be had.
Because that also brings relativity. Because does that mean Whitebeard was stronger than Mihawk at Marineford?
Do we think Whitebeard was stronger than Kaido?
Because Mihawk also said, "Let me see how strong I am compared to this dude." When he shot that.
Do we think Whitebeard is stronger than Kaido then?
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's all relativity, and I would definitely put Kaido over an Eld Whitebeard. You don't
Yeah,
think so?
an Ild Whitebeard. An Ild Whitebeard, yeah.
Well, that was the Whitebeard that Mihawk shot the.
Prime
the sword-
Whitebeard?
the sword-
Hell no. I'm sorry.
Hell no.
Whitebeard wipes,
Well,
unfortunately.
what about Blackbeard? Do you think Blackbeard beats Kaido?
Blackbeard beats
No.
Kaido. There's I don't know.
There's a reason why the Straw Hats didn't go to Winter Island.
But there's also a reason why, like, I don't know, he could take his devil fruit.
Dude,
He just
but-
has to catch him unconscious once.
Even though Akainu is the strongest admiral, it's still showing that he's still very relative to the other admirals, in which he fought Okichi for 12 days and it was almost a stalemate.
Mm.
And if they're running from Akainu, like, what makes you think they won't run from Kizaru? Like, just
That's
as
fair.
much.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I
like,
get what you mean.
and Luffy clapped Kizaru, but also Luffy became unconscious, not because of his fighting, it's because of his hindrance, which we don't know yet, but is Gear 5. Bro's, like, passed out. Like, he punched the hell out of Kizaru, one-shot at him, but then passed out.
Yeah.
So, like, someone like Kaido is super resilient and durable. Like, I don't think he's tanking that, like, for that long. Like, I don't think Luffy can just come back from the dead, like, 3 more times, you know?
That's a good. Yeah. Okay. You sold me a little bit.
That's my issue with One Piece, like, scaling, because it's like,
And scaling is so weird.
where is the height now? Because everyone said bet on Kaido 1-on-1. He's the strongest creature in the world. Bet on Kaido. But then who's...
But that's the point. Luffy was
see-
supposed to break that barrier.
And it's like, we're like, okay, we see... Law's was okay, because Law actually, like, was relative to Blackbeard, and he did something to the Blackbeard pirates. He pretty much 1v5'd, and then,
I think
you know,
I think everybody's relative to Blackbeard right now.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
Kid
But-
might be
okay.
relative to Blackbeard.
I
at the
understand
moment.
that, but this is where the relativity gets messed up. If Blackbeard gave Shanks that scar and Shanks so scared of him, then why did Kid get one-shotted by Shanks?
I think the person
You see
Well-
my issue with the relativity?
I think the person that was in Marijois talking about a certain pirate probably wasn't Shanks.
We're talking about the one with Whitebeard, where he's talking about this scar still hurts.
Yeah.
That's Shanks, the one that met
Yeah.
Whitebeard.
Yeah.
And he's legitimately telling Whitebeard, like, yo, Blackbeard is bad news. Like, he's shivering his timbers over this guy.
Shimmering.
And then he's one-shots Kid, and the same guy... Like, I think Law's, like, a bit here when it comes to Kid. I do think Law's a bit stronger.
Yeah.
But, like, the relativity's still there. Like, they're pretty equal in terms of Supernova. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think that... Like, I don't see, like, why Shanks had to one-shot Kid. and all of Titanic captains. Like, I just don't. I don't know.
100%.
I think that Oda just doesn't like Kid, to be honest.
He just doesn't like Kid.
I don't think he likes Eustace Kid. I really don't.
Kid's like the Kiba of One Piece.
No, I would say he's kind of like.
Maybe Shino.
Nah.
Or
No,
maybe-
because he's still like one of the strongest. Like if you put him like, Kid is really strong.
So Sai, maybe.
Sigh.
Yeah, probably like Sai. Yeah.
Or like he comes later in the story. And
Yeah,
he, like
I
has
see that.
cool like a cool jutsu or whatever, but like he really doesn't get any development. And people, I don't know. Like I don't know if
I would
the
say
One
it's
Piece
like- I would
community
say-
likes
yeah.
Kid or not.
People like Kid. People like Kid a lot.
Yeah, I
Um,
like Kid.
I
He's
like
cool.
Kid a lot too. It just pisses me off that Oda doesn't really like him.
Yeah, right.
Like I was expecting at least a decent like one panel fight. Like
He
Bro,
did. You
him-
didn't see. You didn't see what he did to Big Mom.
I'm
When
talking
he
about
ran
Shanks,
across
bro.
her?
I'm talking about Shanks. I'm talking about Shanks and Kid.
okay.
It's like in that one,
Yeah, that's
like, that
facts. He
one-
didn't do
that one
shit.
screen. Him and Killer get one tapped. Like, and they're at the bottom of the ocean on the next page saying that they've been eradicated. Like that's crazy. And Gory and Brock, you're just like Fortnite dancing on the ship. Like, I was like, bro, there's no way this build up just went to this guy just one tapping them with
Yeah.
Roger's move. I don't know. Like at least
Yeah.
with Law and Blackbeard, you saw some cool stuff that Law did.
Well,
Like,
maybe
Blackbeard's
it's
like,
just
what the
maybe it's just to show like relativity. More.
Yeah, I know,
relativity.
but my point is like, yo, why is Shanks shivering his boots?
Yeah, I know.
Because Shanks and
It's a
Law are
little
kind of
weird.
like the same. It's like, why is? Because when Law was versing Blackbeard, Blackbeard was like, yo, what the hell is this? Yo, bro, you awakened your devil fruit, and then he's fighting he's fighting Blackbeard on the Pegasus, Jesus Burgess. He's fighting the time warp fruit. I mean the warp fruit. Like he's fighting like these 3 people, Titanic captains plus the captain at one point, and Kid just
Right.
gets one tapped. It's like, bruh, how is that relative? How is that relative?
That's true.
I just can't rock with that.
I wanna-
It's literally it gives the same attention as Brook versus Oven. Like you did not just do that. You did not just put Brook speed blitzing Oven. Like no way.
Yeah. Why not?
Like I hated that. I
he
was
has
like,
ice powers. Why not?
I was like, cause dude, Oven's like the third in command and was like said to be like stronger than Sanji, and you have Brook speed blitzing. Was like, I was
Brook
like,
is strong,
why?
bro, but that's the thing. I don't know.
I
It's
just
hard.
don't like when they do that. I understand why they did that to put hype against like him smashing Big Mom, but
Hey yo.
he did.
I want to bring up another theory. So I gotta compile my thoughts. Talk about something else real quick. I gotta compile my thoughts on this. Actually, I was not prepared.
New JJK episode.
Total and complete and utter destruction was all I saw.
Yeah.
I my mouth was on the floor. I saw it in the manga, but my mouth was on the floor.
Each episode just gets better and better. At least since Sukuna's come back, but
That's honestly
my prediction was right, man. Sukuna is a fucking. I mean, I know we all know he's a demon, but damn, he knew the fucking time clock he had for Yuji to take over, and that motherfucker like lined up the shot perfectly for when Yuji gets out of his and takes in control, so he could see all the destruction. Then he gets all the memories, and then he saw Nanami at the end. He's like
Hooked.
walking, and we all know what's gonna happen next. So he's donezo.
Oh,
R.I.P. Nanami. He's about to get bitch slapped into like a napkin.
He does. He gets cooked, literally.
So,
bro.
but
Everything.
dude,
was
the
just
scene where
ruined.
Mahoraga is just walking through the domain expansion was the best scene.
You know that wasn't even a done sequence.
Yeah, nothing
It
was
was
done.
only it was only 30% done.
no,
Mahoraga
that whole
walking up the
fight.
domain.
Yeah, that whole fight
No,
was
no,
only
no, like-
30% done.
No, it was just like the sequences in the middle that weren't done, and the map just pushed it out because they thought it looked bearable. But I thought it looked sick. It gave the same animation that like when Luffy was like touching the floor and everything's like moving around him and he's like beat heart and it's like that drawing animation looks really cool. That gave the same effect when Mahoraga was walking through the domain expansion. It was getting cut. I was like, damn, that is sick. And every single time that Sukuna uses flame arrows, I was like, damn. Like
Yeah, like,
Mappa,
the
Mappa is
lines-
him.
On the drawings aren't like as sharp. They're like almost like wavy. So like when with each movement, it's like the picture is moving too. I guess is the best way
Yeah.
to put it. Where
It's like a
more
double direct.
fluid.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the perfect word. Yeah, fluid.
My theory came back to my head. Okay. So, Sabo will be the one to avenge Ace.
Oh hell yeah! I love this. I love that theory.
Yeah.
I think he's beating Akainu.
Yeah, I think he's gonna beat Akainu. I think the fact that he's in Marijois and Dragon isn't is saying something.
Yeah.
I think that's saying something about the Revolutionary Army.
He's
I
not in
feel like.
Marijois anymore.
Well, no, not anymore, but
He's
yeah.
back at the.
No, what I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Not in Marijois, but
Sambo's
I don't know. Dragons on Fraud Watch.
And I mean, I really think that
Dragons on Fraud
Luffy's-
Watch.
he's not on Fraud Watch.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
How is he on Fraud Watch?
Let's go back 20 years. Let's go back to the Bonnie story, shall we?
Go ahead. Show me how he's a fraud.
Where was he? He knew where Ginny was.
Okay.
Why did he not go to
But how does
get?
that make him a fraud?
Why did he not go and get her?
And Luffy knew that Ace was captured. He didn't go immediately to get her, did he? Get him, did he? No. The fraud.
That I feel like there's a little bit of a difference there because she was
Garp
already
captured.
but she was already enslaved. She already got
Kobe was-
caught by the world government and then was already enslaved.
Kobe was
They
captured.
thought-
What did Luffy do?
They probably thought they were gonna kill her, but then they just enslaved her.
Kobe was captured. What did Luffy do?
Who was captured and what?
Kobe was captured. What did Luffy do?
Saved them.
Kobe?
Kobe?
Kobe was captured by the Blackbeard Pirates. What did Luffy do?
No, I didn't do anything.
Garp was captured by the Blackbeard Pirates. You think Luffy's gonna do something?
I don't think he knew.
No. He like when he does find out, you think he's gonna do something?
Possibly. It's
Possibly,
family.
Yeah, after like 3 times.
Oh
it was,
my
like,
god,
excluded his
wait,
family being captured.
let's scratch this because I heard a ridiculous theory. This is gonna be a ridiculous one.
So you didn't make it up. You saw it.
I saw this one on TikTok. I'm sorry if the creator sees this by any chance. I don't shout you out. I don't know. I'm sorry. I forgot your username. But this one's a little ridiculous because it essentially brings back the Eno Tensei idea. You know how the Eno Tensei idea worked in Naruto? How everybody came back from the
Cool, but
dead?
It's like that pissed me off. I was like, stay dead, please, Kakashi.
Yeah, the Kakashi.
Yeah,
he
he had,
got the
such, a, he,
nails
had
through
such,
his
he had
head.
such a dope death.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
he
yeah.
probably warped it and died from chakra absorption.
Yeah.
But
I
I thought
forgot
it was
that
a really
Kakashi
dope
died
death.
there for a moment, actually.
Just for him
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
he shoots
busted in
the
the
nail at
last
Choji.
war. Just for him to be busted at the war, I was like, bro, where did this guy get all this chakra from? I was like, what the fuck?
But
He was boasting like,
wait, no, let me
Yeah.
get back to it. So essentially what it is Blackbeard has Gecko Moria. He has Garp. He has Pudding. Yeah, Garp, Shadow, and Pudding. Both. One has a really strong body, Garp with immense and powerful hockey. 2 can revive souls. And
Yeah.
3 can take out memories.
yeah, he can take out garbage memories or where rocks all the members are and
Yes.
revive them.
Yes.
I would like that, but also I just hate.
Revive
I-
him
I-
in Garp's body. So Luffy would essentially have to fight Garp.
No,
not-
that's whack. See, that's whack. I don't know.
What?
Like I think that's whack. Like,
But how the hell would they not do that? Because you can't.
in
You wouldn't be
Rock's
able to
body?
see rocks. But it's not Garp's body. It would have to be like Edo Tensei. I mean, not Edo Tensei. It would have to be like what happened on Thriller Bark.
no, I get it. Yeah, with I know. With,
But not only like he's not a zombie. I guess. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it in Garp's body. I don't think so.
Why not?
That would piss me off. Like I'd be like, bro, what the hell? Like why? Like
Because,
like,
would it
the
piss
whole-
you off in the sense where, oh fuck, Luffy has to fight his grandfather?
it would piss me off because the reason why they would probably have another war is so Luffy can redeem himself from not being able to save Ace. So if he has to fight the person he's trying to save, it's like a little more annoying. And that's too shonen for me. Like, put him back in the handcuffs, put him back on the top of the ledge, and I want Luffy to actually do his goal like he did it before. Make him
Or
fly
we
BB,
can
you
have
know?
like this thing where Luffy's on the top and everybody's trying to save him.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess that can work. But
Yeah, and I also want the Grand Fleet to come back. I'm pissed off because they
Yeah,
did not pull up with everything going on in Wano. They didn't pull up for crap.
but they didn't call for help, no?
I get that, but like, yo, did you the amount of shit they were in? Like, I would think.
Yeah.
I thought that Grand Fleet could help.
Yeah, the Grand Fleet could have helped. It's just that they didn't call anybody to help, so it's not that. I mean, it's not that simple. They can't just come off on a whim. They have to be quite literally called in. And if they knew that Luffy needed help, you think they would be fucking around with Shanks's flag? They would probably be going to help. You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but what do you think of the JJK episode this week? What happened and stuff? Was it appealing to you?
It was alright.
Was alright.
I did like the Sukuna Maharaga fight. I just don't like how Mappa loves to put an audio track whenever someone's like in grievous pain. Like Yuji's like seeing like the decimation of Shibuya. You are my like shut the fuck up, please.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like as if when Luffy was crying on like not Sabaody. What's it called? Pirate Island with the,
Right,
the Kuja pirates.
Yeah,
And he's crying, talking about he has my friends, and all you hear is the first opening go off. Like that would just piss me off.
I mean, that honestly brings a perfect transition to what's going on with Mappa at the moment.
Ay.
Yeah, yeah, indeed.
I actually saw a TikTok where the guy was spreading misinformation about it. He said like, "Oh, all this stuff is from like 6 months ago when they were doing Vinland Saga and like starting JJK and then also Attack on Titan and stuff." And
Nah.
then I was like, "Oh, damn, okay." So then I thought like, "Oh, okay, it's not that big of a deal."
Nah.
And then I saw a TikTok like, I think 2 or 3 days later, where the guy's like, "Yeah, this guy spread misinformation," and he showed like the tweets and stuff, and it's literally the person, like the creative director, the animation creative director for that Maharaga Sukuna fight episode,
Yeah.
talking about how the episode's like 30% done and like the deadlines are awful, and even animators on the fight we're finishing it literally like an hour before the episode goes out. So
That's crazy.
I mean,
The fact that they're just like overworking the shit out of their animators, it's like, can't you guys just like chill out for a second? Like, if you need to be a bi-weekly anime, you're a bi-weekly anime. Like, whatever.
Here's
you know?
the problem with Mappa, right? Mappa, their biggest
Inhumane.
problem is they
Inhumane.
take too many shows on. Because not
They're-
only
they're-
do they have like JJK, like okay, think of like the Vinland Saga season.
Well,
right?
wait, are they a relatively smaller company?
No, they're big, but at the
But
same
at the
time,
amount that they're doing is insane.
they have other like side shows. They have like campfire cooking in another world was going on.
What
as
the
well,
fuck?
Which is like
That
A
show's actually
relatively-
that show's actually cool. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, it's like a smaller known show, but like that's another show they have to put more of a team on, and they don't outsource either. Really, I've noticed
They don't
They
do
have, like,
outsource
all-
workers.
like
All in-house.
in office animators, and they'll sometimes bring in like someone to like do like a scene or something, kind of like how One Piece does it. But like a lot of animation studios now, they'll take like smaller studios from like China, Korea, or even Japan, and have them like outsource scenes and some of the episodes, so they have like less of a workload. And Mappa just doesn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Mappa.
it sucks because like, I mean, you've seen the Mappa workers, some of the pictures. I mean, they got like bags in their eyes. They can't complain. And it's also like a big culture thing. I mean, you know, in Japan, the working culture is so harsh, and like that's why it leads to a lot of like suicides, because it's such a culture of like you have to work for honor. You can't be late. You can't call off. All this other stuff. Like your work is your biggest pride in life, and if you fail at that,
Psalm
you're a
100.
failure. Yeah, exactly.
Basically. Essentially.
Which excited for that to come back.
Yeah, honestly. We just need Black Clover. That's all we need.
I'd give Black Clover like end of 2024 at the earliest to
Yeah.
come back.
It's gonna
Well,
be
Bleach has
sad.
to finish its cores before it comes back. That's what they pretty much said. The Bleach has to, the Studio Payroll is throwing all their money into Bleach. That's why Boruto hasn't come back, or Black Clover. So,
Really?
How many more cores are left then?
2. It just finished with a second core, I think, 2 months ago.
Are you guys afraid that Mappa will be eventually dropping JJK, or do you think they will?
Hell no.
Are they?
JJK is the biggest commodity.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, oh,
They
they're
would-
so afraid they're gonna drop JJK, and it's like you guys don't realize they have other animes to drop.
Well,
like
Mappa
they
doesn't
can.
have to do AOT anymore. They're done with AOT, so that's a big hindrance on their shoulder gone.
Yeah, that's true. They're done
And
with
they don't even
Um,
have to do Chainsaw Man season 2, to be honest,
like they can leave.
because it didn't sell well in Blu-rays.
But
That's
it's
why we haven't
also-
heard an announcement of it.
No, but it's confirmed that it's definitely getting a second season. There's no way Chainsaw Man doesn't get a second
Where
season.
it's not confirmed. Where'd you see
But there's
that?
there's no way that Chainsaw Man doesn't get. There are so many people that watch Chainsaw Man. There's no way it doesn't get a second
Okay,
season.
that doesn't matter though. In anime, it's not who watches it. All the money back for an anime comes from the Blu-ray sales. So if the Blu-rays don't sell, they don't make a profit on the anime. In turn,
Ah.
it could be a big streaming success, but they don't make money off the streams.
Yeah, because they don't own the port. That's true.
Yeah. Which is why you haven't seen stuff like, I mean,
Yeah, but
even like
Chainsaw
Hell's
Man does a lot of
Paradise got a
merchandise.
season 2 before like Chainsaw Man.
I didn't really like the ending of Hell's Paradise season 1. It was cool. The fights are cool, but don't know.
Yeah.
That's another thing though. I feel like Mappa takes big shows and then they neglect shows that like could get the love and care that other shows get, and they just neglect them, like Hell's Paradise.
100%. You know what I have been watching though? That's honestly very good adaptation for what it is. I'm watching Pluto. Have you heard of it?
I did hear of that.
I saw everyone.
Insane. It's like a developed like version of Astro Boy. If you've seen Astro Boy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's
isn't it from the guy who made 20th Century Boys?
I'm not sure. All I know is that it's developed via a one-shot from before Astro Boy was created, and then the author, the mangaka, took that and he redeveloped into a manga that serialized from 2003 to 2009 called Pluto. And the main character is this detective guy, but there's also a character in it which is called Adam, and Adam is just the spitting image of Astro Boy. And it's a really good show, like an hour-long episodes, 8 episodes, so it's pretty much 24-episode show. I know it's pretty much like a yeah, like pretty much it's like a 32-episode show. It's insanely good. From what it is right now, I'm on episode 3. It's insanely good. It gives me a lot of depth. It feels like it feels like a psychological thriller. I thought it was gonna be like a regular like Netflix like shonen bullshit, but it's like an actual psychological thriller that I could say is really good. Like every episode has like 2 different like scenarios, like in 2 settings. Like you'll be with the detective one episode, like the main character, and then the other half of the episode you'll be seeing like the whole background of what's going on the antagonist side. Like it's not like Naruto or like even like Death Note. Like when you're watching Death Note, like you're watching stuff from like Yagami's like state like perspective, but you're not really seeing the intricacy of what's actually going on. Like he'll like spit like for like 30 seconds about, oh, I did this and did this and did that and did this and did that. But like in Pluto, like it'll be like detective searching for something, and then the other half of the episode you see the antagonist like doing the complete other hindrance of that, if that makes sense. I think I just find that really cool. Like I haven't seen an anime like that in a while, at least. I thought it was,
Yeah.
and the animation is insane, and the dub is actually good. Like the dub is actually good. I don't say that for too many shows, but the dub is actually very good.
Is it coming out weekly or?
No, you can watch the whole
fully out?
thing. It's hour-long episodes. There's 8 episodes.
Okay, so that begs the question because I saw a TikTok like this. Do you think that like these streaming platforms now that are trying to get in on anime like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, anything besides like High Dive and Crunchyroll, do you think they like kill anime like hype? I mean, think of like JoJo's Part 6. That shit like died instantly because they just all
Yeah.
released it at once.
That was wrong of them. Also, I think people don't really like Stone Ocean. Like, if I'm being honest, people don't really like it. People only like Stone Ocean for Made in Heaven. That's pretty much it. Like, people don't really like Stone Ocean. That's like one of the least lackluster JoJo parts.
What about like Summertime? I didn't watch it, but Summertime Rendering, where like that show was, it's considered like one of the best of the year, or maybe
on
even last
Netflix?
year. It's on Disney Plus, and there's just like no one talked
What's
about
it called?
really.
What's it called?
Summertime
Is
Rendering?
that the one where like that girl kills like the brother sister or something like that?
Maybe. I just know it was on
In the
like,
beginning
Disney
in the
Plus.
forest, like
Oh yeah.
that's that one. Yeah, I've you see like that's what I'm saying. Like I saw that first clip of it, but I didn't even watch the show.
Yeah. And like,
Like-
even like, dude, like why is Tokyo Revengers on Disney Plus? Make it make fucking sense.
Yeah, and honestly,
Makes
like I'm not
no
watching
sense.
Tokyo Revengers for one reason. It's because it's just ass. Like when the manga is that bad, I'm not gonna like give all my
Apparently
input to
this
the anime.
new season's really good. I don't know though. I haven't
Yeah,
watched
but
the first episode.
that's how it is. Like this, like the second arc part of Tokyo Revengers is actually not bad, with like the lead being Chifuyu and like Takamichi, but the ending
mean
of that whole manga
Takabichi?
ordeal, that is horrible. I mean, watch.
I just didn't like how
rendering.
the season was going in general off the first like 2 episodes, because it's this whole plot of now like we got to figure out if Kisaki can go back in time, and it's like, what a fucking waste of time. I don't give a shit.
Goddamn. They just be adding
It's
new
called-
aspects to the story to
Are you
try
sure?
to
Are
make
you
it
sh-
better.
Are you sure it's on Disney Plus? Summertime rendering.
Yeah, it should be.
Let's see
That's
in
where it got
here.
released.
Rumbling.
Summertime. Let me look it up.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's the manga. Shit.
One Piece is just better. That's all I have to say about that.
You're gonna think that every time, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
says.
think
This is solid.
Oh, it's not even. It's not. I don't even think it's available in America.
So it's like probably
Damn, it
an
ain't
H-type
even
thing.
available.
No, it's only on Disney Plus, but it's not available in.
It's like the Bleach thing, pretty much.
Yeah, which is fucking
That's so
stupid.
stupid.
You just lose the whole audience.
You really do. It's so retarded. Oh no, they have it on Hulu as well.
Oh.
But I'm not-
My anime list only has Disney Plus listed.
Okay, got it.
Did you watch any more Shangri-La Frontier?
No, I kind of forgot. Not gonna lie, I started watching Pluto and I was like, that's so fire. Pluto's so good.
I was thinking of starting Pluto.
Oh, and that
I
new
gotta
show,
start
Good Night
watching.
World, I finished it. Very good.
Have y'all been watching Invincible?
No,
I
I haven't.
have
I'm
not.
waiting.
It looks. I watched the first episode. It was really good.
Yeah,
It started with like a huge plot and ended on that huge plot in the first episode. I was like, dang, all right, shit. I didn't think you guys were gonna go through that so quickly. I thought it was gonna be an all season type of thing.
Wait, what show again? What'd you say?
Invincible.
Invincible.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know it came out weekly. I'm
Okay.
just gonna wait till the whole season comes out and I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Is there dub? Is there dub for it? Summertime rendering.
Invincible?
Summertime
Oh,
rendering.
summertime.
I was about
don't
to
know.
say Invincible. It comes out in English.
I gotta look it up real quick. I'm sure it's on this third-party website I don't want to say the name of, so it doesn't get shut down because it's my little baby.
Bro, there's
Let's
already
see.
all.
Oh yeah, it has dub. Damn, it has 26 episodes. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, there's dub. There's dub. Yep, there's dub. It
Okay,
says
what
English
about
dub.
you guys excited for any shows next season?
I haven't really.
I got a
Not really,
bunch.
actually. You say it. Go ahead.
All right, Solo Leveling. Fucking
Oh
gonna
yeah,
break the
that's
internet.
cool. I don't think so, but it's cool.
Classroom of the Elite season 3. Gonna be.
I don't like
goated.
season 2.
Huh?
I don't like season 2.
No, get out of here.
I
What
just,
the
I
hell?
love the OG of. I like the first season of Elite Classroom.
Well, okay, you're telling me that fucking when he beats those fuckers up in the freezer?
Oh no, that was cool.
Okay.
Like the animation, the fluidness was sick. I'm not gonna lie, that was sick as hell.
I loved season 2.
Bro was like a pacifist in season 1. That's why I fuck with him.
Oh yeah, now he's on his demon time, and now he has that bitch with the crip walk coming up
Yeah.
on him. Who like we barely know anything about except I think she like was in the same I don't know I guess like academy or torture dungeon as him. Then
Oh,
you
that
got
whole whole biop thing that he had, like when he was younger.
The whole.
Yeah.
Then there's Tsukimichi, Moonlight's Fantasy, season 2, which RJ has to watch season 1. Mashal second season. Dangers in My Heart season 2. Bottom tier character Tomozaki-kun season 2. And then what will be the best anime of next season? I'm calling it Kingdom 5th season. Shit's gas.
Kingdom 5th season.
I
Yeah.
watched a little bit of
I
Kingdom episode. A couple
Wait, fifth?
episodes of Kingdom episode.
Yeah.
5th season?
Oh man, I was just.
It's the
not
5th season?
Intrigued.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Huh?
sorry. The Kingdom season 1 is just not it, man. I'm sorry.
You're
I
looking
can't.
too much at the fucking animation, I bet.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry.
You gotta get past it, man. I'm telling you.
I
was
can't.
Is
off
Kingdom on
putting it
Crunchyroll?
For me, an anime needs to be good on two fronts: animation and story.
Okay, well listen. The reason it's so shit, okay, is
Oh,
because
it's the
Studio
show. I've
Pierrot
seen this.
was doing Naruto, the 4th grade ninja war at the same time that Kingdom season 1 was coming out. So they put all their resources in the Naruto. and they instead didn't put it in the Kingdom. So Kingdom got a
So
little bit of the short end of the stick because it's not. It's a really
2D,
popular manga, but at the
2D.
same time, the anime wasn't like. I mean,
You
it
can't
has that
even do
shitty
like
animation, but it has like almost an 8 on Crunchyroll. I mean, on
everything just looks like really, really realistic, like it was taken pictures of. And I was just like, what's going on?
Kingdom.
Didn't really look great. I'm not gonna lie.
So you're telling me the first episode didn't make you feel some type of way? Like I'm into this fucking story?
No, the first episode made me feel like, holy shit, this looks really bad.
Did you even pay attention to the story, Omar?
I tried.
Oh my gosh.
I really did. I just couldn't follow it. I just couldn't.
I gotta hope RJ enjoys it.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
What do you think of Kingdom, RJ?
He hasn't even watched it yet.
He hasn't watched it yet.
No. I'm telling you, man. Like, dude, the first episode I'm just so invested off the first episode.
Off the first episode of Kingdom.
You got Shin and Zhao or Pow or whatever the fuck his name, Poe.
I just think of Shin Zhao. No guy with the pointy head.
Dude, their come up, the fucking plot twist in the first episode, and then it's fucking up from there. Shin's come up story is just up from there, man. Then you hit season 3, bro. You hit season 3, and the shit is fucking gas. You are just fucking like, oh, I'm about to come when I hit season 3.
RJ looked up like, what the hell did he just say?
We don't know what he's doing behind his camera.
I don't know either,
I was
man.
eating.
Yeah, he is eating. He told me. But what do you think of Kingdom, RJ? Have you really not watched it at all?
I haven't watched it.
Haven't watched it at all.
I'm number one hater.
Number one
of
hater.
everything.
Just like
Yeah.
I'm apparently the number one Naruto hater, but I'm the only one here talking about Boruto.
Well, I mean, Boruto and Naruto are two different things, Elmar.
Well, why don't you just watch it?
Technically.
You don't even have to watch Boruto. Just read it, and you'll be fine. I promise. It's a good story.
Yeah, but I heard the the art was a little bit lacking.
Was it?
I
Yeah. Did
saw
you
the
not see the Akatsuki
comparison.
members?
Bro, those are not Akatsuki members, and plus, they're not even gonna be the main villain. They're gonna stay in They're gonna stay in that little dimension, whatever they got going on
Don't let
in
them
that
know.
new chapter, bro. The only one that's gonna make the one that's gonna cause a problem is that one that's like Sasuke because he's stuck in the tree right now.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
That's why.
bro's
the
not
main
dead, but it's closer to death than Boruto. And the fact that Boruto can use the flying Raijin, bro, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because there's only a couple people in the story that can do that, including Minato. So I just think that's awesome that Boruto knows
And
that.
his 4th ranking, that dude. What's his name? Forgot his name. He can use it.
Who?
They transport him in that triangle.
Oh yeah. But it took like 3 people, no?
Yeah, I never understood that though. Because
I feel like it's
I
probably
don't-
different.
I think it's more of an aperture of how good you can use your chakra and not how much chakra you have. Because there was data like how like Minato was like a god of like so much chakra. I think he just knows how to. use chakra better than everybody else.
I think it was Tobirama, Minato, and then Boruto who learned flying Raijin because
No, Naruto used it too,
Naruto used it too.
and the Great Warrior, yes, he did. He comboed it with Minato. And then Tobirama was like, "Damn, bro, what the hell, bro? Learn that shit in like 1 second."
What?
Word.
No.
Yes, how much money do you want to put in it? I could put my whole savings account on
So
it.
he threw the kunai and he transported and used flying rod.
He used flying Raijin. He didn't use it that way, but he used a Raijin technique. Naruto uses flying Raijin. I'm looking it up right now.
I'm gonna YouTube it. No.
YouTube right now. He didn't master, but he used it.
On Obito. Why is it all just fucking Boruto shit? Get out of here. Alright, let's see. Damn, come on. Just
Remember
show
he
me
put the
fucking-
remember he had the kunai in his mouth when he went 6 paths,
Oh.
Oh yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did it one time though.
and he used teleport to Madara. And then Madara shot that photon beam at him. Remember that?
The photon beam.
Oh yeah, I just saw it.
Photon.
I was too much in my head about every time I hear flying Rajan, I just think of that scene where Minato does it to Obito when he's in the mask, and he like goes right through his body, then he teleports above him.
Well, I
breaks
mean,
it-
Sasuke
it
has
back in.
Sasuke has the most broken version of Flying Rising, which he could just look at something and switch places with it, which is exactly what Flying Rising is. People don't realize that. Like Sasuke's Rinnegan ability is literally Flying Rising, just more broken. Remember, like he can switch places with anything. Like when he was fighting with Kinshiki, he switched places with the monument. Fighting Naruto, switched places with a rock behind him and bitch slapped him. Like it's literally Flying Rising. He could just do it with anything without like ninjutsu scriptures.
Yep. So, any hot takes before we end the podcast today?
Ooh.
Watch Pluto. Very good.
I'm going to watch Pluto.
Very good indeed.
Austin, give us some One Piece hot takes. I know you had some, but you didn't really let
A
any.
One Piece hot.
You didn't let any unload. You let a little bit unload, but then me and RJ we just disproved you.
I was not a big fan of the Queen and Sanji fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Neither was I, to be honest.
I mean, I think it's the fact I don't like Zoan fights where they just shift into animals and the whole plot is just who's stronger, who can kick or punch harder, who's stronger, who can just survive longer in like a battle of endurance. And then I just didn't like Queen's like dinosaur form, to be honest. His whole like laser thing and the whole fact he just kind of like focused
he was a cyborg.
Yeah, focus on Sanji's like Vince Smoke past. I didn't really like that. I mean, the final.
The only reason why he did it was because he was like part of that science group. Like if he wasn't part of that science group and was like, wait a minute, I recognize that suit. That's from the freaking Vinsmokes. Oh my god, you're a Vinsmoke? I'm fighting this guy's son right now? That's the whole thing. And he was trying to get into his head because Sanji was like, don't relate me to those freaking Vinsmokes, those dirty ass people. So like it was just like the tactic to get into his head. And it worked. And it worked.
I still didn't like it.
It activated his powers a bit.
I also don't know if in the Big Mom fights. Okay, I was gonna ask you guys this because you guys probably know. Did they use CGI in some of the fights in Wano?
Not a Big Mom, just for Kaido. Just for Kaido.
Just for Kaido.
Because like the dragon is obviously CGI, but some of the shots of like Big Mom, it's like I couldn't tell. Like, okay, is that just like a different animation style, or is it like a really good CGI?
It was it was more Warner Bros. Related style because they had people on Warner Bros. Working on One Piece during that fight. So
not from Warner Bros, but that have worked on Warner Bros.
That have
the thing
worked
about the episodes was that they changed art styles a lot because One Piece outsources their workers. So with outsourced workers, you get different animation styles.
Toei, you mean? Yeah.
No, I'm just talking. Yeah, I'm just like
Toei animation.
One Piece. They outsource a lot of like Vincent
Chansar.
What's his name?
Yeah, Vincent
Chansar. Like he's an American like animator. Insane. It just looks very different than actual One Piece. So people came to like I don't think people have an issue with like art styles being different without different episodes. Like the Zoro vs King fight had better animation than Gear 5, but we're not gonna talk about it.
Ooh.
I love that was my favorite fight.
That was the best fight in my opinion.
I thought somebody said it was overrated. I think it was one of our first episodes. One of us. Who said it was overrated?
Not I.
I think it was one of us.
I thought it was RJ.
I always praise the Zoro vs King fight.
Maybe it was Omar then, because I think.
I don't think so. I really liked it. I bragged about it.
When Gear 5 came out, I told you, Omar, I was like, I still think like Zoro versus King is still better than this, and you're like, hell no. I was like, nah,
well, it's one of you two. I wasn't there and see it in episode 2 of the podcast. So it has to be one of you guys.
We'll look after the podcast, but honestly,
also,
what's up?
Okay, well, hold on, let me think. I was about to say. Oh, also, I hate the story structure of One Piece. I'll be honest. I hate how you'll be in a fight, just like I talked about Hiyori, and they constantly switch to the most irrelevant bullshit. Like, Luffy, like he's starting to rumble on top, or something, and then like a big attack happens, and then we gotta switch to like Nami and Chopper, and they say like the most obvious shit. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of casualties. Oh my god, there's so many wounded. Like, we get it. Get the fuck off my screen and let me watch the fight. So.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I can understand it, but it's also like trying to emphasize what's going on during the story. Like Oda's trying like the best he can without taking too much from the story to just emphasize how much destruction and how much death is really going on. That's what I think it's coming from.
This might be another hot take. I gotta say it. I only liked Kinemon in the Akaizen 9, and I thought the whole Kanjuro thing was stupid.
Denjiro?
Denjiro.
Denjiro is the cleanest
Kawamatsu.
Kawamatsu is clean, bro.
Love that guy.
No,
Bro,
I didn't care for him.
Dogstorm?
Dogstorm.
Ashura?
Yeah, you know what? Dogstorm and
Well, I
the
don't
cat
associate-
dude.
I didn't really associate them with the Akaizen 9, I guess. I associate them with, like,
They're the scabbards. They're scabbards.
the
All
minx
nine of them.
of, like,
Yeah.
Zo.
Oh, I get you, man.
But, like, the new ones they introduced. I didn't like the fat guy with pink hair. Kiku was kind of useless. Her brother is, like, sort of cool, but...
It's a he.
Kiku?
No.
No,
Her
she
brother.
doesn't. The brother's a he. Just figure it
They're
as a
both.
she.
They're both.
The opposites of what they are.
Huh?
Huh?
Like Izo's a guy, but he dresses like a girl, and then his sister is a girl, but dresses like a guy.
But I thought she was a guy. I thought that was the whole thing. That she
No,
doesn't
that's-
look like
no.
a guy, but she was a guy.
No, she's Izo's sister.
Look at that again,
brother.
because look at that
Izo.
up, because I'm pretty sure Izo's a guy, and then she
Kiku, yeah.
Kiku's a man.
No, hold on.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Kiku has boobs.
No, she doesn't.
Unless it's those silicone ones that people wear.
Kiku's a woman.
Is it?
Yeah, because I think... Doesn't Izo always say, like, my sister? My little sister or something?
Yeah, Kiku is a woman that dresses like a man. Because she wants to be like her brother.
Kiko Noju is biologically a male. However, they are a woman at heart when asked about it.
Kiku Noju?
Kiko Noju is biologically male.
Why does it say there that she's a woman?
Where are you reading that?
Hold on. Type of hero.
Where are you reading
Oh
that?
shit, yeah. I'm
Because-
guessing they're being gender neutral and just saying she's a woman because she said she's a woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like Kiko Noju is biologically a male, however Yeah, see, I was right. See?
That's weird.
Gang shit.
Ow.
Whole lot
Why
of
she
gang
got
shit.
boobs?
She don't got boobs. You guys are bugging. She's flat chested.
Nah, she...
Nah, oh, because Omar be looking at them. That's why.
No, I don't. Because
Alright,
I
well,
just remember.
That's the end of the pod. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, thank you guys. We're gonna end the podcast on talking about if Kiku Noju is a man or a woman, which I was right, by the way. So shout out to me.
The one thing
And-
you're right on the whole podcast.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be on Spotify later on and YouTube a little later. So appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your night.